The old house stood on a hill overlooking the town. It was a looming presence, dark and silent. Locals told whispers of Eliza, a young woman who lived there long ago. She vanished one night, never to be seen again. Some said she'd run off, seeking a life beyond the town's borders. Others believed a darker fate had befallen her. They said her spirit remained trapped within the walls of the house. Eliza's house became a local legend, a place of mystery and fear. Parents warned their children to stay away, recounting tales of strange noises and flickering lights seen through the dusty windows. The house stood as a silent sentinel, a constant reminder of the mysteries hidden within. Years passed, and the stories faded into whispers. The house remained untouched and decaying. Each passing season painted a fresh layer of decay on its walls, further cementing its eerie reputation. The townsfolk avoided it, their fear a silent tribute to Eliza's memory. But legends have a way of attracting those who seek to test their truth. One stormy night, a group of teenagers dared to venture near the abandoned house, their laughter swallowed by the howling wind. Among them was Jake, a curious and adventurous soul, unaware of the darkness that awaited him. Rain lashed against the old oak tree as Jake stood before the rusted gate. The wind howled like a banshee, whipping his hair across his face. He hesitated, a shiver crawling down his spine. The dare had seemed like a good idea back in town, fueled by teenage bravado and too much soda. Now facing the imposing silhouette of Eliza's house, doubt gnawed at his resolve.
Scared, Jake?
A voice cut through the storm, laced with amusement. It was Mark, his best friend and the instigator of this dare. He leaned against the gatepost, a smug grin on his face. The others in the group chuckled, their faces barely visible in the gloom. Jake straightened, pushing back his fear. He wouldn't be the scared kid, not tonight.
No way.
He retorted, forcing confidence into his voice. He pushed open the creaking gate and stepped onto the overgrown path, each step heavy with a growing sense of dread. The air grew colder as he approached the house. The wind seemed to whisper his name, the sound both eerie and alluring. He glanced back at his friends, their faces pale in the flickering light of a nearby street lamp. They were watching him, their expressions a mixture of fear and excitement. He was committed now. There was no turning back. The front door groaned open as if disturbed from a long slumber. Dust motes danced in the faint moonlight filtering through the grimy windows. The air inside was stale and heavy, thick with the scent of decay. Jake took a tentative step inside, the floorboards creaking ominously beneath his weight. The house was shrouded in an unsettling stillness, broken only by the howling wind outside. Shadows danced in the corners, cast by the faint moonlight and Jake's racing imagination.
What was that?
He could have sworn he heard a whisper, a faint sigh that seemed to emanate from the very walls themselves. He shook his head, attributing it to the wind playing tricks on his nerves. He moved deeper into the house, each step echoing through the empty halls. The air grew colder, sending chills down his spine. He passed a grand staircase, its once polished banister now covered in a thick layer of dust. A grandfather clock stood frozen in time, its hands pointing to the hour of Eliza's disappearance. The house seemed to be holding its breath, waiting for something to happen. As Jake reached the top of the stairs, he noticed a faint light emanating from the end of the hallway. It pulsed with an unnatural glow, beckoning him forward. He hesitated for a moment, fear warring with curiosity. He had to see what lay at the end of the hall, what secrets the house held within its decaying walls.